Gonna be reacting to the GTA 6 trailer. Not really, we're just gonna have this guy talk over the video and kind of analyze. And a lot of people, so we're live streaming, and I'll put it down as the sequel, whatever, whatnot. But let's go.
Immediately stood out to me in this clip was Lucia's hair and the way it moved naturally when her head and body turned around. This looks great, but we get plenty more examples of this later in the trailer. We also have some photographs on the wall under the bed, but they're pretty difficult to make out in full detail. This picture looks more like a group photo of GTA Online characters than anything, but this person could possibly be Lucia. But like I said, it's impossible to tell. If it is Lucia, this could be a photo of her with her friends or family, but this could also be a photo belonging to Lucia's cellmate, since we see another photo on the wall with the top bed. This photo also looks like it's a group of people, but it's too dark to make it out. We then move to this shot of Lucia talking with Stephanie in her office, still at the prison. A lot of the...
Okay, I think there's a little bit too much information, which I don't even think that's her name. I mean, it's too early to determine. Hopefully, like I said, in the stream, hopefully as we get closer to the launch, then we're gonna get more information on who's actually these different characters in the trailer and stuff like that, but I don't really think that's her name. I mean, it's too early to even talk about it. I don't know, but I'm just gonna let this guy keep on analyzing the trailer.
Part of the speculation is that this scene in game is when Lucia is set out early for good behavior or something, but speculation is a topic for another video. There isn't a whole lot to note from this, but I will say that I like how much stuff is on the desk. It just helps to add depth to the world and make it feel more real. One detail about Stephanie that I think is cool is that her badge is separate from her clothes, so it has independent physics as she moves her body. She's also slightly moving her chair as she moves, which is another cool tiny detail. When it cuts to Lucia in the office, her head moves and her hair moves naturally in response to that. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to shut up about how cool it is that hair has physics in this game, because the variety in hair in games has been so bad for so long. Most games just give characters with long hair ponytails, or it's a bun, or they just give them short hair because they can't do proper hair physics and don't want their hair to be clipping through their body the whole game. Anyway,
that's so true.
Excited for there to be more variety. Something that is also very notable in this office scene is the way the camera moves. Notice how it is not stable like a handheld camera shot. This is the same way it was in GTA 5 during cutscenes. I think it's very likely that what we are seeing here is taken directly from an in-game cutscene, and based on this, it seems like we're going to be getting a bit closer to GTA 5's cutscene style than Red Dead Redemption 2's
maybe like a mission.
Next, we have arguably one of the more iconic shots from the whole trailer, the rising camera shot going from the ocean to the Vice City skyline.
Yeah, this is beautiful, honestly. It's so cool on the fact that this is gonna come out in my home state, which I was born in Florida, for the people that didn't know. Dude, it's just so cool, honestly. Having GTA 6, the next revolutionary game that's gonna do the biggest impact in the gaming industry. I mean, people are speculating that it's gonna be involved with crypto. I mean, you're gonna be able to transfer currency, in-game currency, maybe sell your house, your cars, and then potentially sell that into a cryptocurrency, which you can transfer that cryptocurrency into a real life money, meaning that you can actually make real life money out of this game. That's what people are speculating. But as we get closer, then hopefully we get more information on how that's really gonna work and how that's really gonna work out through the whole crypto thing. But we'll see, man. It's fucking sick, honestly.
There's a lot to discuss from just this one shot, so let's get started with the first frame. Here we get our first glimpse at wildlife in the game, as we can see turtles at the bottom, and then we can see some dolphins and a shark here. And of course, more birds. We also see 2 boats and 3 jet skis in the water, which I'm pretty excited about because it felt like it was rare that we saw
this much activity
those yachts in GTA 5. I'm looking forward to riding a jet ski out into the ocean and stealing some of those boats. We also see a bunch of people standing in the water, but curiously, none that I can see are swimming. Maybe that's something that they're still working on.
So much fun.
But hopefully we see that in the next trailer. On the beach, we have a ton of chairs and umbrellas, which will be a ton of fun to plow through with a car.
That's what I'm
also
saying,
like
yeah.
to point out how these umbrellas and chairs clearly belong to different hotels or companies. I'm assuming these are rented out by the hotels because they line up pretty well with each hotel here. I'm only pointing this out because this is just another level of detail that wasn't completely necessary for Rockstar to do, but they've done it anyway. We also have 3 vehicles driving on the beach, and they each have particles coming off of the tires from the sand. The tires are also leaving their mark in the sand, which is another great detail. This next shot is showing off some of the high-rise buildings, and based on the camera movement, it seems like the camera is traveling down a road. And based on the mapping project, this shot doesn't even take place on Vice Beach, which makes me think that these buildings are going to be all along the beach, even outside of the Vice Beach strip. I initially assumed these buildings were all hotels, but the mapping project has them labeled as apartment buildings, which is just as likely, I guess.
I'm hoping you can go
on the left,
inside
you can see a barrier gate, which
kill
I'm assuming
people.
is for the
It's
metro
gonna be
line that's
sick.
going to run throughout Vice.
Dude, imagine, I'm hoping because, dude, I'm hoping it's worth the wait. I mean, it's been a decade. I mean, probably in my lifetime, I have 3 more GTAs in my lifetime. At this point, honestly, in my life. I'm 19, you know, it's fucking crazy. But anyways, imagine how cool it's going to be imagine going into an apartment building, just fucking killing everybody imagine people having dinner. That's gonna be fucking sick if you can actually do some shit like that. It's fucked up, but it's funny. My god, that'll be funny.
Vice City. And on top of the building near the glass railing, we can see people standing and talking with each other. Some are even holding on to and leaning on the railing. It seems like places that you would expect to be populated will be, which is a huge step up from what we had in GTA 5. I feel like GTA 5 had pedestrians walking down the streets, but beyond that and the pier, other places weren't very well populated. Up in the sky, we have a massive plane. I don't know enough about planes to confidently ID this, but it looks...
You know, that's one thing that I'm hoping because, to me, honestly, in my opinion, driving planes in GTA 5 is one of the most satisfying things that I absolutely love to do in GTA 5. Whenever I'm just bored in story mode, the one thing that I go into director mode, I hop on a plane and just fly the plane, land the plane, take off, and it's just one of the most satisfying things to do. So I'm hoping in GTA 6 we can actually get more physics, meaning that you can probably explore the plane more than in GTA 5, and you can actually have more planes to you know, fly and stuff. I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping.
It looks like a standard big plane you would get on to fly somewhere. I think that would be known as a passenger plane, but it could also be cargo. I don't know. All I know is that it's a big plane. The next clip we have is probably somewhere in the swamps of Leonida. We have an airboat traveling down a river and a bunch of birds, or maybe they're ducks, fly away in response to it. If we start at the first frame and watch this one specifically, we can see it is on the ground and begin to fly away. Now, we don't have the previous 20 seconds of this guy's existence recorded, so we'll just have to assume that birds will react and respond to what is happening around them based on this. On the airboat, we get more great hair physics from the person sitting in the front. Next, we're taken to a less foggy water locale where our main attraction is wildlife. In this one scene, we have flamingos, ducks, alligators, cranes, ducks, and deer. And not much else to point out with this one. Following the clip of all of the wildlife, we get a different set of animals to observe with this shot on the beach with all of these people doing different things. The biggest thing here is the groups of people that we have instead of just 1 or 2 NPCs wandering by themselves. Up front, we have a group of 3 women walking down the beach, and to their left, we have a man applying sunscreen on this woman's legs.
Damn.
Directly behind them, we can see 2 women under the umbrella relaxing. One is on their phone, and the other is reading from a book or magazine. And if you look at the other people laying under umbrellas, you will see that most of them seem to be on their phone too.
You know what I like, honestly? I feel like they put so much detail into NPCs in GTA 6 that I'm hoping that's the case. Just by looking at these women and you can see like their body shape, I'm hoping that you can interact with NPCs and do, if you know what I mean, I'm hoping you can do more than just talking with women. If you guys know what I mean. You know.
In the back here, there's a large group of people standing around and chatting, and some have drinks in their hands and some are looking at their phones. In the middle, we have this couple running down the beach with their chihuahua running with them. And you can also see the sand moving behind them as they run. On the right, we have a lot more groups of people, but the big highlight for me is this guy tossing a drink to his friend. He successfully catches it, but it makes me wonder if there's an animation for them not catching it. Further down on the right, we have people sunbathing, and then closer to the water, this man is filming this woman on his phone. Further back on the right, we have these two taking a selfie together, and like
They
I
look
said
so good,
earlier,
the
with that in the
NPCs.
sky beach shot, we don't really see anyone swimming, but there is a guy all the way in the back that is sitting in the water. So, I guess that's good that not everyone is standing around. And the last thing that I want to point out here is the shoreline in the distance. Notice how it seems to be populated with umbrellas just like the spot that we're at now? It just keeps going and going. It makes me wonder how much more shoreline there is behind the camera in this shot. Well, thanks to the mapping project, we kind of know. And it does go on for a bit more behind this spot, but not by much. This next shot takes place near the port. We see 4 boats speeding down the waterway next to these massive cargo ships, and I am praying that we don't have another mission in GTA 6 where we work the cargo ships.
Yeah,
One wasn't
please.
enough,
That's
but
fucking
I'm hoping
terrible,
we get some boat
honestly.
racing, which is what I'm thinking is going on here, especially since this guy on the right seems to be looking backwards at the other boats. But that's probably just something you do when you're driving a boat anyway. Next, we have what is almost certainly Lucia and Jason in a red convertible driving down the highway. Now, I remember this scene getting picked on by that one Twitter account a while back, saying that Lucia's hair doesn't react properly to the wind. And sure, that's true here, but I have confidence that it'll react properly in the final game, given everything we've seen in the rest of the trailer. But I still want to take a minute here to talk about the hair physics that are present, because this is something that I never even noticed in the scene until now. Watch as Lucia moves backwards and her hair moves. Whatever they have done here looks incredible.
It
Her
does.
hair, even in
Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I'm gonna try and tie it in the video that I'm actually watching and the video that you guys are hearing me through. I know the quality of audio is not gonna be the best, so I do apologize for that, but I'm gonna try and tie in the Minecraft stream, which is what we've been building here on stream, and tie everything together so I can edit everything together. So I hope you guys enjoy this live stream. If you guys want to check out some more live stream, my Twitch will be down in the description. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.